Hi everyone, welcome to Cheltenham Chart episode 17. Last night I did a preview night with SM Media. It's on their channel now. It was a really good night actually. A very good format for the preview night where we went through the championship races first and not the old boring Supreme for half an hour sort of format. And I thought it was a very good night with some shrewd lads who really try to find value and find angles. And after it, I watched the Paddy Power preview night, and like three of the guests didn't look like they'd even tried to find horses for half the races. They went in sort of half prepared, and we all went in with notes and a lot of views on all the horses. So I'd advise you to have a look at preview nights with lads like those boys that I was with last night, and with other lads that are doing previews like that, rather than going in with guys that are ill prepared. I mean, last night's preview night from Paddy Power, if Frank Hickey hadn't been on the show, I mean, it would have lasted about 25 minutes, I think. So, yeah, today, what do I have to talk about today? Well, we're a week out from the festival, and I mean, I make these videos trying to make some money for me, trying to make a profit for the caddies, and it's taken off and there's a lot of people watching now, and we're in big trouble of trying on the bets. I mean, serious trouble. Dicky Diver's out now, and that's 4 bets at 5 that aren't going to run. It's hugely disappointing for me. My own money is on them. I mean, I suppose the worst bet was Dame de Company, which only lasted about 80 minutes before the video had to be taken down, and hopefully not many people backed that horse. That was the biggest bet that's been put out this year, and I mean, it was gone in 80 minutes, so it was just an absolute disaster of a bet, to be honest with you. She wasn't even declared for the Mare's Chase, which is a bit strange because, you know, if Ellie Mae didn't make the race, then JP wouldn't have a runner, and she's going to go in against Concertista and Roxana, where she may well win, but going in of a chase campaign into a hurdle race will be quite difficult for her. So like I've said, the bank's in awful shape. I have got a half plan to try and get out of it, but I have to find a winner, and they're not easy to find at Cheltenham. I've decided not to put any more bets off until next week, but it is costing me dearly because the 4 horses that I've been looking at in the last week are all contracting in odds, and I'm seeing my value just disappear in front of my eyes, but I can't afford to try and risk another non-winner. So the horses I've been looking at, the horses that you may want to look at if you sort of think my judgment's half decent, are Glens of Antrim and the Mare's Novice. Why haven't I put her up? Because of Rosie's Hollow, mainly in the same ownership. If Rosie's Hollow comes across, I would worry she might be a bit better than Glens of Antrim. However, I think Glens of Antrim will be single figures soon, and I think Glens of Antrim could easily go off a 6-1 shot on the day, and she's 14s at the moment, and I really want to get involved, but I've already lost once in the race, and if Rosie's Hollow came across, I'd possibly doing it twice without really getting much of a run. Longhouse Poet was another horse. I had the video made for Longhouse Poet, and then the money started to come for Royal Pagaille, and a 164 rated chaser going into this race really wasn't what I wanted. I thought Longhouse Poet looked like he'd definitely give Galvin a run, and I thought he could win the race, but you have to rethink when a horse rated, you know, probably a stone better than yours is just suddenly rerouted back in. The lack of imagination from Richie and co is quite incredible. I said this last night. I would have thought after Vautour winning that Ryanair the way it did, and when they never went for the Gold Cap, would have been enough to tell them not to do it again. But it looks like they'll just take any easy win, even though they've had lots of wins at Cheltenham. The Richie camp, they look like they're going for the cheap option in a very poor Gold Cap. They're going to go for the National Hunt Chase. Runwell Fred in the Kim Muir was another horse I looked at. The value's going there. Could have got 6 to 1 yesterday, now 5 to 1 today. And I think that might even go, and it could be that by stopping and not putting bets up, I could end up not being able to put them out because there's absolutely no value left in the price. I think he was at the Jiggery Hockery all season until he ran in the Thyestes, and I think the handicapper's been exceptionally kind to that operation to give him 140, the same mark as he has in Ireland. Really, really kind. And he's been very kind with wide receiver as well, because if he hadn't upped him £6, he wouldn't have got in the first place to the Martin Pipe. So if he'd only put him up £4, he would have had no chance of getting in. So I think the Gigginstown handicappers are really to be watched. I think, like I said last night, I think Abracadabra's been lined up for only one race. That's the Champion Hurdle. I would expect him to improve a lot and run a lot better than he's run this season when he runs in the Champion. The final horse I had for possible bet was Chosen Mate, but the value is just absolutely collapsing on him as well. I think if Gainford comes in claiming £7 on him, he'll be £2 above what he ran off last season. That would give him a almighty chance, to be honest, because he's another one that's he's not tried a jot all season, to be honest. He's been running on ground he doesn't like, but that doesn't detract from the fact he's been running out the back every race he's run, and there's been virtually no effort to get him into a better position either. So for me, Chosen Mate's definitely, I think they're two absolute plots from the Elliott Yard, Runwell Fred and Chosen Mate. For me, are definitely plots. So, like I've said, it's find a winner, but with no account that has non-runner, no bet, I can't risk a bet because I've put myself in such a shocking position. And there's nothing I can do about it. It's my own fault betting horses from yards that really shouldn't be betting on. I mean, countless times I've slagged Nicky off for changing targets and not going for races, etc., and yet I've backed two of his, owned by McManus. I mean, you couldn't make it up that I've backed two of theirs. I've backed the Dermot McLaughlin horse, who, I mean, how many winners has he had at the festival in the last 10 years? And the crowning glory is I've backed the horse of a trainer who's 5 years finished. I mean, he's got an 8% strike rate and a €216 level stakes loss, and I've backed those horses, and I'm bad enough that I've put my own money on. I've actually told other people to back them as well. I mean, that's absolutely shocking. So I am looking. Believe me, I'm looking for bets. Believe me, I'm trying to find winners. I said last night Concertista was my nap of the festival. I don't think anyone would be shocked at that. I've gone on about her all season, really, when she's ran. I've been really impressed with her. I think she probably is the best bet. There's a lot of horses there that, look absolute certainties. Whether they are or not is remaining to be seen. So my plans over the next week are to make a video either Sunday night or Monday morning, hopefully with a bet for Tuesday in it. And that bet, if it wins, will be designed to get more than what I've staked back. And if it wins, once I'm out that hole, I will not be getting back in it and putting any more bets up either. So if I can produce a winner on Tuesday, it'll be the end of the bank, because it's been the bane of my life this season now. And if not, we'll probably have another bet on Wednesday to go with Kilcrat, who could still win. Talking about Kilcrat, his form has been absolutely trashed. I have never seen a favourite be absolutely dismantled like Kilcrat's win. To me, like the way he's ran, I'm surprised he's not 5 to 1, because nobody thinks he can win. Everybody thinks the race was rubbish. Everybody thinks the race was just. And I don't get the fact that all the horses that ran out the back with him finished legless, and he hacked up the running, and yet the form's been trashed. If you've got a bet on him that you can cash out, I'd cash it out, because the price has to drift. It has to drift. There's no way that this amount of people and this amount of big names trashing his form, that he isn't going to drift. He has to drift. He absolutely must drift if they're right. He has to. I mean, he should be a 4-1 shot the way people are talking about him. Sir Gerhard's come in from 3-1 to 2-1 for changing stable 2 weeks before the race. I cannot understand that either. Sometimes the markets really shock me, and how Sir Gerhard's change of feed, change of environment, change of groom, etc., has made that his chance has gone from 3-1 to 2-1. Is beyond my comprehension, to be honest. I mean, God knows what price Kilcrat would be if he changed stables, because his form's been rubbished, and if he'd gone to another stable, he'd probably a 10-1 shot by now. I really don't get it. I simply don't get it. I understand that a place collapses, but like, how come none of the other horses from the back came through? None of them made ground up. So let's be clear about it, whether the pace collapsed or not. How did he manage to stay in front of all these horses if it was such a huge pace collapse? So yeah, for me, I don't know. I mean, I'll stick with my bet and hopefully he can win. As for like the plans, I said I'll have the videos, and hopefully if Gary's doing something else, I'll maybe make a video with Gary as well. But for now, it's all about trying to get out the hole we're in, and if I can't get out the hole I'm in, then I'll have to reconsider what I'm doing, because seriously, I've made a right mess of this season. Anyway, I'll be back next Monday with Cheltenham Chart 18 and probably bet number 6, but it'll be a bet that will actually race at least, because I'm not putting anything up now until I've got declarations. So hopefully you're in better shape than me, and like I say, I'm putting a lot more than that bank numbers on. So I really need to get myself out of the hole. I know that when you put bets off yourself, it's your own decision, but like, it was my decision to put them off, and yeah, I need to get out of this hole. So thanks for watching. Hope you have a great week waiting for Cheltenham. Hopefully you've got a lot better bets than myself, and I'll talk to you next week. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.